Welcome to today's Incentive Concepts live broadcast. This is Andy Hudson, and I am your host, Director of Marketing for Incentive Concepts. Would like to thank everybody for joining us. And we're here to learn a little bit about our services, our corporate gifting solutions, workplace solutions, event gifting options, and more. This is an ongoing series, and we're very pleased that you're here to join us. So most importantly, it's a way for us to have fun and to stay connected with our customers and partners and to teach you a little bit about corporate gifting, incentives, and recognition programs. So before we get started, just to have the best viewing experience, you're likely watching on our Incentive Concepts website. There should be a box right below the YouTube box where you can interact and chat with other viewers. So please use that to interact. Please let us know where you're watching from. And while you're there, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We sure would appreciate that. We are also streaming on Facebook and Twitter Periscope. So if you're joining us on those channels, welcome aboard as well. With that, let's get started. We keep dragging our VP of Sales, Kevin Hagan, to these things. So we're going to see if he's there. And let's welcome in Dan Craig and Geoff Kearton from New England. Hey guys, how we doing?
Good, Andy.
All right, good to see you all. Kevin, let's start with you. We keep dragging you back here, like I said. Can you kind of give us an overview of what we're gonna do today?
Yeah, thanks, Andy. Good to be back again. Good to see you, everybody. As usual, this is another showcase from a different area. I'm really excited about this one today, as Dan and Geoff have really kind of taken this under their belt and under their wing and really made quite a good concept here. So we're going to combine a couple of things. I don't want to take their thunder, but they're going to spend a little bit of time talking about some of the things that we're doing in this particular area that have been very successful.
Well, thank you very much. And before we go much further, let's talk about our first viewer question. I know, Kevin, you're going to be watching the chats. We like to do these viewer questions to engage our viewers. So the question today is, and it has to do with events, since we are going to talk a little bit about events and such as an incentive trip or annual celebration or some other sort of employee award recognition occasion. What are some ways that you think makes an event, whether it's an in-person event or a virtual event, the most memorable? So what are some ways to make an event, whether it's an in-person event or virtual event, the most memorable? Please type those in the chat and we'll get back to those in a little bit. That'll just help us see how everybody's doing. So let's get over to Dan and Geoff, our special guests. Good to see you guys. And I have some questions for both of you. I think I'm going to start with Dan, if that's okay. So Dan, how are things going up in New England?
They're going great, Andy. First, I'd like to thank all our clients throughout New England for jumping on this Zoom call here today, and all my industry peers around the country. It means a lot to us. So things in New England are great. I mean, they're getting back to a little bit more of a normal. When the COVID-19 first broke out, I think our area was hurt really bad, and Governor Baker shut down all the businesses. So when that happened, I think it took some people time to process what was going on, kind of educate themselves and learn about the disease, and then just really focus on keeping their families safe. But after that, especially over the last few months, I think business is getting more back to normal. We're getting a lot more quote requests, so we're really positive about the future.
Well, that's great. And by the way, it's a beautiful backdrop we got here. What a wonderful place to be coming at us from. I wish I could join you and put on my swim trunks. But speaking of the pandemic, what do you feel has been the most surprising impact on your customers when it comes to kind of the ongoing pandemic? You touched on that.
Yeah, you know what? I've been calling on most of the people here in New England for over 20 years, and it amazes me how resourceful these people are. I mean, they had to learn how to work from home, how to set up Zoom meetings, and just they're selling different brands. I mean, typically some of the distributors had never, requested these types of brands before. So right now we're getting a lot of requests for outdoor games from Escalade, fire pits with Mr. Barbecue, cookware from Lodge, grills and smokers from Royal King. Exercise equipment has been huge with our friends at Body Solid. and also, Bluetooth speakers and headphones from Bose. I mean, those are the things that are really hot right now.
Well, that's great. And it's a sunny day out there, and you guys both have some nice looking sunglasses on, which reminds me to remind our viewers that we are actually giving away a pair of Costa sunglasses today. So if you go over to incentiveconcepts.com/performance, because they are performance sunglasses, you can enter to win a pair of Costa sunglasses, and those will be actually distributed through our event card platform, which we're going to dive into here in a little bit. So head on over there. We'll put that in the chat as well. Dan, one more question. And your rep firm has been honored over the years with several industry awards. What does it mean to be recognized in the industry? And do you have an industry award that you're most proud of?
That's a great question, Andy. Thank you. We're blessed to have a nice, very large service award and a large loyalty customer. And I think the award meant the most about an excellence in service award. And we won that multiple times. The reason it's so special to me is because it's truly a team award. I've been blessed with great employees over my career. Geoff, who's here today, is a VP of sales. He's been with me 12 years. Karen Nietzsche, who's our customer service and office manager, has been with me for 8 years. So I'm very blessed to have them with me because it really is a team effort. The other award I think that's special to us is something that we earn, and it's actually with Incentive Concepts. We've won the Top Performer Award there and have taken some amazing trips over the years. And again, I've been able to share them with my employees. So I guess those would be the couple very special awards that we've won.
Well, that's great. And congratulations. As always, you guys are great partners of ours, and we appreciate it. We're going to move over to Geoff now. Geoff, you've been with part of this industry for over 15 years. What's your favorite part of working in this industry and working with your clients, especially?
Well, I'd have to say setting up recognition programs. I love the enthusiasm and the excitement it generates. Currently, we're working on a large field sales rep incentive for the second half of this year. And the end user has been sending screenshots through reseller with us about announcements and even rep feedback. So for me, that is the ultimate reward to see the hard work we've been kind of pay off.
Well, that's fantastic. And you've worked with Incentive Concepts and our team, which is an amazing team to work with, I have to say, for several years during that time. Is there somebody on the Incentive Concepts team that you feel really goes above and beyond?
Oh, gosh, you got to ask me that, huh? That's a long list, Andy. Yeah, I'd say so. To Dan's point, we are relationship driven, not just with our clients, but just as importantly with our suppliers, as we're an extension of you. With that said, I'd have to give the nod to my friend Lauren MG. She goes above and beyond, probably the most polite, pleasant people I've had the opportunity to work with. And most importantly, the challenges I throw at her, she always has a solution. That's everything. For us, our clients, that's the most important thing at the end of the day. So, Lauren, you're it.
All right. Well, I wish I could pretend like this was a surprise, but we kind of knew you were going to say that. So we actually invited Lauren to join us today. So okay. Lauren, are you there after that beautiful thing?
Yes. Hi, y'all.
Right,
and thank you. Now I'm blushing, but that's okay.
Lauren, thank you for joining us. Your title is Director of Event Logistics for Incentive Concepts. And in a few sentences, can you kind of tell us what your role is, especially working with sales reps like Dan and Geoff and our clients as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So with the reps, my job is to be the support team. So if their client needs to hop on a phone call or a webinar and walk through the processes, I'm there. And, that's very important to be able to explain everything. And with our clients, it's all about the challenge of the unique experience. Each of them are going to be very different. And we're here to build relationships, not just make a sale. So we really try to listen, and communication is key. So those would be the main things that try to focus on.
Yeah, well, I can say for sure that I agree that you're very talented at all of those things you mentioned. So congratulations. And let's get back over to Kevin. He's been sitting there listening. Any good comments in the chats, Kevin, to our question, which is what are some ways to make an event the most memorable?
Yeah, a couple of people have answered some of that. So using it, the product with an experience was probably one of the answers I saw. Also taking home the product, making people feel very comfortable. So I think a few people have said just bringing a product home is really a major difference than just receiving it in the mail or just having somebody give you one or dropping it on a pillow as a gift afterwards. There were a few comments that we should have our next meeting at Dan's house. So I think we're going to try and plan that as well.
Sounds great. Dan, I guess you're hosting our next meeting. No pressure, but we'll be over there in 15 minutes. Okay.
Sounds good.
Well, that's great. Thanks, Kevin. Before we go any further, just another reminder to go over to incentiveconcepts.com/performance to enter to win a pair of Costa sunglasses. So go on over there. Dan, I think you're going to step aside, and Kevin, you're going to step aside for a few minutes, and we're going to focus in here on Geoff. Okay. So Geoff, tell us a little bit about what you're standing in front of and what you have planned for us today.
Okay, well, today we're going to talk about Incentive Concepts events. Many of you know Incentive Concepts is the leader in the event gifting space. Traditionally, we've offered single brand events with much success. But over time, as events have evolved and grown more popular, we've identified a need to offer more of a choice. Enter the Select Signature Collection, a multi-brand event from Incentive Concepts featuring 6 world-renowned brands from Bose, Briggs & Riley, Cashmere Counter, Costa, Kate Spade, and Seiko. So you're covering many different demographics and lifestyle choices with that over various categories of audio gifts, premium luggage and everyday bags, luxurious cashmere, premier bags, and wallets, and Seiko timepieces. Did I miss one there? Sorry, I know I'm going along here. I think I got them all there.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Costa. Performance sunglasses. I'm sorry.
No, that's
my
okay.
favorite brand.
That's okay. You're wearing the sunglasses, so that's good enough. But that's an amazing setup and some wonderful brands that we've assembled with this collection. So can you highlight some of the specific gifts that are within each of these brands?
Sure, I'd love to. So I'll start with Bose. Bose is our flagship brand. Everybody knows that. One of my favorite gifts is the SoundLink Micro, a rugged, durable, bold sound speaker. Features and water resistant. Features a strap on the back. You can strap it to your bike handle, backpack strap, shower head, on the go. It's meant for that. It's also feature rich. It features party mode where you can sync another Bluetooth speaker up to this, play it in unison or independently. Put one outside cooking on the grill, the other in the kitchen where everybody's hanging out. Stereo mode for a more of a surround sound experience, and also features a speakerphone if you just want to keep this on your desk for work and just use it as a low volume speaker. So this item right here, I feel everybody needs one, just like a mask these days. Everybody needs one.
Right. Great. And we've already talked a little bit about Costa, and we've got a lot of people entering to win a pair of Costa sunglasses. I have a couple pairs. I love them.
Sure.
Let's talk a little bit about Costa, if you don't mind.
Sure. So Costa, again, one of my favorite brands. Born in Florida, designed by fishermen, been around for about 35 years. Totally polarized, 100% lifetime warranty. And they also participate in numerous environmental initiatives. So one being the Untangled Collection, which, if you don't know, fishing nets are the most dangerous form of pollution in oceans today. So they've taken the initiative to discard these as much as possible and prevent them from going in there. And they're turning them into a specific frame made out of recycled fishing nets. So that's pretty cool. Additionally,
Sure.
They have an O-Search initiative, which is also a selection of sunglasses and apparel apparel is also a big portion of Costa. And some of those proceeds fund research for the protection of sharks. So that's another great initiative from them. I love everything they stand for. My favorite pair, I'm actually not wearing. My favorite pair is the Del Mar. One of the reasons is I have a small head. These are unisex. These fit a lot better. They come in really cool colors, and you can take them from the ball game to the beach. So many purposes, really cool. And it's also a top seller. So
that's great. That's great. And for those of you that have entered the drawing so far, you're actually going to get to choose your own pair. So it's not like we're just going to send you a pair of sunglasses. You're going to get to choose from several men's and women's styles. So that's great. Yet another brand that you'd like to highlight, Geoff?
I do. I'd love to highlight Seiko, which is the newest addition to our event family. Seiko is an iconic brand. Everybody's heard of it. Been around since 1881. And believe it or not, they are still family owned. I think that is so cool. So what I really like about them too is they put a ton of emphasis on all age demographics, from classic timepieces to modern, more fashion forward styles as well. So, we're kind of just getting in with this brand, but we know it's going to take us far. We're really looking forward to selling events with Seiko.
Great. Well, with those three brands that you highlighted, Bose, Costa, and Seiko, can't go wrong there. Lauren, I'm going to kind of go back to gallery view here, and you've been watching and listening. Do you have some favorite brands, or can you talk a little bit more about some of the other brands that are in front of us?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you see, we've got Kate Spade over there, which is my personal favorite. That's all I carry. And to the left, you've got Cashmere Counter. What's awesome is this is from our level 1 of our Select Signature Collection. That's a ladies poncho. And then next to it is our scarf, which is unisex. So always going to make a perfect gift. And if we'll go over to the left side, we'll go over to Briggs and Riley Luggage. That's all my husband and I carry. He travels a lot. He's a road warrior. We've already had to send a bag in, and all you do is pay for shipping and handling, and they take care of it and send it right back to you. It's awesome.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So that's a great overview of all 6 brands. I don't know, Geoff, if you had anything to add about the 3 that Lauren mentioned, or?
No, well, what I would say is I touch on a couple more Bose items here. The next level up for size Bluetooth speaker is the SoundLink Color 2. Comes in 4 colors: citron, aqua, black, and polar white. And basically, it has all the same features as the Micro, just a little bit more bolder sound. And then the Sound Sport Wireless. What can I say about these? I think we've sold more of these than any other Bose product over the years. True performance headphones, sweat and rain proof. I use these working out. I use them going for simple walks. I use them just when I'm in my leisure. Fantastic item, and comes in a nice zippered case. Features an inline mic, so you can take and make phone calls. Just fully functional, great item.
Okay, great. I'm glad you mentioned those other Bose products. We probably should have done it when you were talking about Bose, but thanks for getting back to that. Let's bring Dan back in and maybe Kevin back on, and see if there's any questions so far from our viewers, or if Dan has anything to add.
No, I think Lauren and Geoff did a fantastic job just explaining all the different products available in the Select Signature series.
Awesome. And Kevin, any feedback from our viewers or questions?
No, again, just a great job by everybody there. And so when there's no questions, everybody's done the right thing and explained everything perfectly.
Good. Well, you guys, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna add to that, saying that what Dan and Geoff have really done here in their territory has been great. Typically, we've always looked at this as being an event process, and they've taken it to really being part of the product lineup that we have to offer in this type of scenario. In the situation that we're in today's world, this makes a ton of sense. It just gives everybody those options to choose the products that they want, select the products that they need, and we'll ship it right to their homes. So it's been a really, I compliment both of you guys for really taking this on and making it a big part of what you do on a daily basis.
Yeah, great stuff. And speaking of viewer polls or viewer questions, we're going to ask one more question of our viewers, and then we'll get back to Dan and Geoff. But now that you've seen the brands and the products in our Select Signature Collection, which brand or product would you most be interested in gifting to a coworker, a friend, or a business associate? So go ahead and type that in there, and maybe you'll tell us who you'll give it to. Kevin, I'm sure you'll put a comment in there that you'll give one of those to me.
Yeah, I'm available for gifts as well. So
okay,
most
all right,
know
good.
my address.
So let us know in the comments which brand or gift are you most excited? Would you be most excited about giving to a coworker, friend, or business associate? Put that in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Kevin and Dan are going to step aside again, and I think we're going to talk a little bit about the event execution with Geoff now. So Dan and Kevin, we'll see you guys back in a few minutes. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, great. So Geoff, we're coming back at you again. So we know the brands now that we see, and we see the product selection that we have, which is great. Can you kind of give us an overview of how an on-site event would work for this Select Signature Collection?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'd love to do that. So keep in mind, the Select Signature Collection has 2 stock price levels, but we can customize your program to fit your specific demographics and budget. Okay, so what you see on paper isn't, we can add to that. We can do a lot more. Okay, so a couple key factors in what we do to execute an event. We ship 200% product to recipient ratio on site. Once event staff is on site, they will alert the client, let them know they're there, and they will go inventory all the product, make sure everything is there. They will set up the display as shown. Sometimes there's numerous stations. It depends on the quantity. This is just one station. We've done events where there were 14 stations. So this is kind of an example of then during the event, there will be trained event staff fielding questions and any kind of questions they have on products, and they will hand them their gifts. So instant gratification. And the goal is to just make sure everybody leaves happy. Now, after the event is over, they will re-inventory and work with the venue to ship back all of the product. So the point is, once event staff is on site, it's hands off for the client. We want to take all the pressure off. We know you have a ton of other stuff to worry about and deal with. So that's what we are here for, and I hope we can do that for you.
Yeah, well, that's excellent. That's amazing. So when people go to an on-site event with the Select Signature Collection, they can take their gift home with them. What if with today's society, and we're doing a lot more virtual now, or maybe not society, but the new normal, so to speak. What if somebody doesn't have an on-site event? What if they have a virtual event? Is there a solution for that?
There is, and it's very timely. So we have the event card. The event card was initially introduced for international events where we weren't providing on-site gifting. So what we quickly realized was we can use these for any purpose. Sales incentives, virtual meetings and events, client gifts, holiday gifts, whatever it may be. Minimum 10 units, customized redemption landing page, and the card is a delivered cost to you. So I'm going to show, sorry, it's a little loose here.
Oh, it's okay.
Show how it's presented like this, okay? So that's what it looks like up close. It's a great presentation, and it's very simple. It's a landing page where the user is instructed to go to, enter their code, select their gift, enter their address, and off it goes. As easy as that. So especially in today's world where we're at, we're seeing a ton of travel budgets switch over to merchandise, which is good and bad for us, as we know. One division hurts and one makes out a little better. So anything we can do to secure the business that was out there before and may still be out there, but people just don't know that there's a solution for it. This is it. This is it right here.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. And we've got Lauren here too. So I'm going to bring her back on, go back to gallery view here. And Lauren, first of all, how did Geoff do describing the events that you're so involved in?
Did a pretty good job there, Geoff.
All right. What, anything else about the event card that you'd like to highlight, or Lauren?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to mention real quick with the packaging, we can actually have an insert in there with your company logo and verbiage, but let's jump over to the website itself. If we can show the redemption page, Andy, that'd be awesome.
Okay. Well, and before we do that, let me just do the screen share. Geoff, you can hand those cards out to people directly at the event, or maybe even mail them to people. But what if somebody wants to deliver codes just like by email or virtually? Is that an option?
Oh, yes. Great question. So there's two ways we can do it. One way is we can deploy e-codes to the client and they can send out to all the email addresses, that they need to. Or they can supply us with the email addresses and we can deploy the codes for them. Depends how they want to do it. It's up to them. But yes, either way.
Okay, so I think I have a screen share here if I'm doing this right, and you guys can help me here. This would be an example. Lauren just confirmed that it's on the screen. This would be an example of an email with a animated card opening and then the customized message. Can you talk a little bit more about that, Lauren?
Yes, absolutely. And thank you, Dan, for explaining how we can actually, disperse the codes. And this is something new from us. We've been doing the event cards for years, but digital is obviously kind of our new norm. So we make it personalized as such, and the verbiage below can be edited. And you'll see as Andy starts scrolling, we can add not only the verbiage, but your logo and the event card. And it has your unique event code at the bottom, which Andy, if you would like to copy that, we can go over to the redemption page.
Okay, let me get there we go. Okay.
There we go. All right, go ahead and paste that in. And then as y'all will see, it takes you to the welcome page. So the event card is set up for each customer. So your client will log in and will see your logo and verbiage. You'll click on Shop Now, and it will take you to all the gifts that you already pre-selected. So Andy will scroll down a little bit, and if you would like to go ahead and select an item, just click on View Details. And once you get into View Details, then you'll be able to see if there's like any color choices and the overview and specifications of a product. Say you want to move forward with that citron right there, you can do that and add it to your cart. This will take you to the next page to go. You can either continue shopping, so you can clear your cart, or you can move on to checkout. And once the checkout screen comes up, we just need your physical address. So the recipient just has to put in their information. They will put in their email toward the end that you'll see on the bottom. And once they hit submit order, they will get an email confirmation. And that way they can see exactly what they ordered. If the address looks right, if they want to switch a color, our contact information is there to change that for them. And one thing I wanted to add real quick on that order summary, you'll notice it says $0. This is not monetary. And that's what differentiates ourselves from a gift card. A gift card, you give it to someone and they know, oh, it's $100. This, it's a product, it's a gift.
That's wonderful. I'm not gonna click submit because I don't want to place this order, but that's a fantastic overview. Let's go back to the video now. And Geoff, that was a great overview from Lauren. Do you have anything to add about that process?
No, it's so simple. I don't have anything to add. Lauren captured it pretty well.
Okay, wonderful. And Dan, you've been watching. You were helping with some event attendees there, who I think you're related to, by the way. But how did Geoff and Lauren do?
I thought they did fantastic. The one thing I may add is, the simplicity of working with incentive concepts, their dedication to the premium incentive industry, and really no one has a family of brands that are more well respected. So you have all that underneath one umbrella, and it really does make it very easy for our resellers to put these programs together and be very successful.
All right, great. Let's bring Kevin back on one last time here and see what he has to say, and if any of our viewers are tuning in. So let's go back to gallery view here. Kevin, any other comments from the viewers? And what about our last question that we asked?
Yeah, thanks, Andy. So I've got a couple of that I'll just read off here. So Dan Bull said he would give a cashmere piece to Regina. He thought that was a great opportunity. Kate wants every one of them, so she wants the whole span of things. But In order of 1, 2, 3, it was Bose, Kate Spade, and Briggs for Kate. Amy said that Southlink Micros are a great housewarming gift. And Kimberly also mentioned that they are great for personal use as well as use in the office. So some good suggestions and good gifts.
All right, great. Thanks, Kevin. And thanks to all our viewers. One last reminder to go over to incentiveconcepts.com/performance. We're going to leave that open until 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern, so that you can have a chance to enter if you haven't done so already. Lauren, do you have any closing thoughts?
No, I think we kind of covered everything that we could with our select signature collection. Good job, guys.
All right. Yeah, that was amazing. And we'd really appreciate if you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure to tune in next week. We're going to go out west and visit with our Western Territory sales reps, Bobby Suseda and Marty and Ben Kaufman. And they're going to be discussing how to interact with distributors and corporate gifting products overviews from start to finish. So we're going to visit with them. And then the week after that, on July 30th, we're going to visit with our team from the Mid-America region. And we're going to talk about products that can help you stay cool during the dog days of summer, which are coming up, I'm afraid. Geoff and Dan, you guys did fantastic. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Any closing thoughts from you guys?
Just a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us. Stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Thank you very much to all our valued resellers and in brands that we represent. It means a lot.
All right. Thanks, guys. Again, incentiveconcepts.com/live. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. One last reminder on that. 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 Central next Thursday. We'll see you then, okay? Take care, everybody. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.